What happened to the water here?
Is this time or has like a building that needs
What happened to the water?
Westwood?
I don't
Huh? All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You guys remember those days? Good morning, boys and girls. Remember those days?
Good morning, Redford.
How many of you guys have kids starting school again soon?
Yeah.
You hear a lot of things. Do you remember that Staples? Was it a Staples commercial or Office Depot commercial where that parents invite? It's the most wonderful
Time of the year.
It's funny. Yeah, my son starts school in 2 weeks. Man, it goes by very, very fast. No, a week, maybe like less than 2 weeks now. Yo, it's so crazy. Well, you know what? We're glad you guys are here. What we always like to do is, I want to start off today with some gratitude, some shout outs. Shout someone out that you are just grateful for. They don't even have to be here. Maybe they're just somewhere else, or just somebody that's been that's contributed, that has been a part of your life, that has been able to help you, that you're just really grateful for. Who can share first? There we go. Oh, guys, it always comes. That's why I love this section. I love this part.
I'm grateful for you. You were so helpful, and it's not just mindless information. You have good information. You have good help. You can give value, even to agents that have been an agent a long time.
Yeah.
You can still provide value. So
Thank
thank
you.
you for that, and for always offering help and being available.
Yeah, no, my pleasure.
Spot on.
My pleasure. I love it. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Earl.
Kudos to Dustin and Grant, both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Helping me, and it's just wonderful to be able to always know that you can fall back, have someone support you like that and what they do, so.
Thank you. For sure, yes. Give it up for Dustin. Bigger one for Dustin. There you go.
I got two.
All right, Alice got two.
We've had an interesting 10 days, Richard and I and Jeff, our broker, and you guys have like Lee mentioned, it's just not mindless, right? What a difference, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
huge.
we see a difference.
Yeah.
We just can't, yeah, she nailed
Lots of
it.
knowledge.
And then Mr. Grant over here. Mr. Grant over here, I tell you, Saturday night, 9 o'clock,
Oh my
it's like, what do I do with this trust? What happened? And then Sunday I get a message going, you were up late. So, but helping out with the clients and all, it's just been a lot of gratitude here. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, of course. No, yeah, for Dustin and Grant, the support. I've seen a lot of title, and a lot of them are great in their own ways, but the thing I love, they're great people too. Not just the knowledge and the experience and the willingness to help, but they are just really good people. I love you guys. You guys are really good people. So I'm definitely grateful for you guys. Anybody else? Any other gratitudes or shout outs? Brendan.
Shout out to the leadership or senior agents or just like kind of, as we're saying, most of the people in this office, like as a new agent, there's always someone lending a hand or advice or specifically like John and yourself, like being able to sit at my desk next to you guys. You offer me coaching and different things, so it's great. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. It's funny. So Brendan, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to be that close to my office door, but sometimes I hear him on the call and I just come outside and go, Brendan, all right, ring, 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 and we just decide they can start role playing with me. But guess what? He turns around, he's like, I'm ready. Hello, this is, and he's like ready to do it. He doesn't shy away from it. He's like, oh, wait, hold on, I'm not ready. No, never does that. He just jumps right in and role plays with me, so.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite moments lately of kind of like, I'm on the phone and the call ends and you're like, Brendan, let's change this. And then make it happen. So it's improvement and I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, it started off a little bit more like, hey Brendan, hey, I heard your call was great. No, then now it's just, hey Brendan, we're going to change this. It takes some time, right, for us to build that.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, awesome, good. Turn it on first. All right, hey, we want to welcome one of our newer agents here that have just joined us. He called me, and you know what's so cool about this is he called me and he said, you know what? I got my license. I've been asking around, talking to people, and people outside of KW are telling me, you need to join KWPV. I actually messaged him too, like one of the guys, and it's like, hey, thanks for that. And so I want to welcome Dylan. Dylan is sitting right here. Let's give him a warm welcome. And Dylan, I'm sorry, I love to put people on the spot, but I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to get ready, but we'd love to just learn something different, something new about you that helps us get to know you just a little bit better. Tell us something about you.
Me, spent 10 years in finance for the aerospace companies down here, and really love real estate, and decided, hey, like, with one toe in the pool in real estate, and see if I can make this my career path going forward. And yeah, like Richard was saying, I called a few of my real estate buddies, and they all said, hey, go to Richard by name. They told me, hey, go come here. So here I am.
All right. Well, let's welcome Dylan. All right, we're glad you're here. And then we also want to welcome Jason, who's sitting right next to Dylan. And Jason comes from another kind of a finance background too.
Yeah.
Right, so Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Very brief introduction. My name is Jason Han. I actually come from the corporate world. I have worked for mostly financial institutions, from JP Morgan to Toyota Financial. I used to have a huge campus, Western 190th Street, and then we moved to Dallas. I went with them. And after that, I started working for Goldman and also UC Health. Just last year, I decided to switch to a different industry, and then, due to my family situation. So I'm very interested in this field.
Awesome. We want to welcome you. I did not put them next to each other, by the way. He said,
It's fake.
yeah, exactly. All right, we got some new listings. We'll start off with some lease listings. $3,800 a month in San Pedro with Andrew Flores, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Sandra has a triplex. It looks like one of the units, 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Los Angeles for $2,600. Alicia's got one in Hermosa for $4,100, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square feet. And then we have some sale listings. Lee and Karen has one, of course, right there, 2181 Mount Shasta in San Pedro for $739. Anything to share about this one, Lee?
Very nice, clean, 3-bedroom, move-in ready. We just put some new flooring in. It's a beautiful kitchen, beautiful patio, and honestly, this price is really good for a 3-bedroom that's 1,600 square feet. So it's a great value. Values have been a little bit down in my condos and townhomes, so it's a great time to buy in there. Because normally, about a year ago, this would have been $770, $780.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of you guys, maybe Dustin can share with us at some other point, but the whole condo stuff has been.
It's down. Yeah.
It's been wild with the requirements, right? Yes. Karen's got one on 24th Street, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $825. Lee, anything you can share on this? Or Lori, can share on this?
Yeah, that one's really cute. She's got offers in already. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got a little summer house in the back. It's a really cute place. We had 20 groups on Saturday and probably 30 groups on Sunday. So
wow.
That one's gonna go quick.
Market is still rocking. Good. Another one here, 2025 on Alma in San Pedro. Look at that architecture for $1.2 million.
Colonial, beautiful Dutch colonial. This is the one that Karen completely redid everything. So the house is pretty much gutted, new kitchen, new floors, new bathrooms, new heating system. They added AC, new paint inside, outside. It's just beautiful. It's a really, really nice home. It has some ocean view, Port of Los Angeles views.
It's still the ocean. Just got a lot of things in it.
And we've had some interest, no offers yet, but I have a feeling she'll probably get offered this week on it.
Yeah, it looks great. It's great. Steven's got one for $2.99999 in Rolling Hills Estates. I think we're gonna be visiting this one today. And Cindy, anything you can share on this one for us?
Sure. It's in the ranch, the guard gated community. It has a swimming pool, and it also has a darling little orchard in the back with avocado trees, oranges, lemons, figs, and it's really nice. I hope you guys come by and see it today.
All right, awesome. Yeah, definitely go. Closings. Got a couple closings. So Tuba closed the lease listing in Rolling Hills Estates. So let's give a hand to Tuba. And then we have Stephen and Amy Hall closed in Rancho Palos Verdes for $2 million with Promenade Escrow. Let's give them a hand. Sandra closed the lease listing for $3,900. Dual agent in Gardena. Let's give her a hand. Look at us. Janet Chen closed $3,700 on the RPV. Let's give her a hand. Dual agent. All right, needs and wants. This is time you guys have any buyer needs or any upcoming listings that you guys want to pitch. Alice.
Thanks, you guys. Okay, got a couple things happening. So we have a lease listing coming up.
Write this stuff down.
Write this down. Get your pens out, everybody. There's going to be a test later. Okay. I have a lease listing coming up at the Aqua Building on Ocean Boulevard in Long Beach. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, $2,550. On that one comes with a washer, dryer, fridge, stove, AC, pool. It's all nice, very concierge service. This weekend, well, today and tomorrow, I'm not going to do brokers tomorrow after all, but because my photos aren't ready. 2910 Peck, I kind of pitched this. Unit number 11, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Rocio?
She's at an appointment. Rocio? Yeah, she has an appointment. Yeah.
She's going to do the open this weekend. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, about 1,300 square feet. It's a 2910 Peck building. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it has all ocean, harbor views. Ocean harbor views.
Just, yeah, ocean views. It's the ocean.
Yeah, and HOA's $425, fireplace, laminate flooring view, $599. I'm kind of on the fence on that one, but she's wanting the $599 number, okay? And it's a 2-2. Mid-August, in a couple of weeks, we're getting this other property ready, 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom in Wilmington, more off of Alameda and Figueroa. 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1,000 square feet, over 6,000 square foot lot. It's an R 1.5. It's got a huge storage next to, built next to the garage, and I'd say it's like 20 by 20. It's huge. We call it a storage. We can't call it living square footage, right? Because the house is so small, right? That's that extra. Put the kids in the back there. And we're going to be anywhere from $699 to $725 on that one. And that has a street to alley property, so you can enter from both sides. And, Kelly, she's under contract, thank you. Richard. Richard's team did the open house out in Garden Grove. What did we have, 80 to 100 people come through?
Absolutely.
3 days, and with over 11 offers.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys made it happen.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I got going. Give me a call, everybody.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, let's give Alice a hand. Somebody should be taking Alice out to lunch. It's like, hey, let me buy you lunch and ask you questions on how what's working for you. That's what I'd be doing. Lunch?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any other needs and wants? Buyer needs, listing pitches? No. All right, let's move on. All right, so we have, is he ready? All right, we have our friend Stephen McNair on with us. He is a bold coach. He's not going to be our bold coach this time, but he was awesome a couple years ago. We also had him as our bold coach. But he's going to share with you guys. See, notice the purple going on? Let's give a hand to our staff for putting this together. Beautiful, beautiful. And so he's going to share with, hey, Stephen!
Hey, what's happening? Oh, can you hear me? Technical difficulties. Hang in there, guys. I lost sound for you guys too.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, there you go. Oh, great. Okay. You can leave the sound on, or does it have feedback or whatever?
It has feedback.
Ah, got it. All right. Okay. Well, then I get to listen to myself talk. That's so fun. How y'all doing today? Thank you for having me, by the way. I want to second the gratitude. Oh, thank you for changing the camera. I could see these lovely faces. I wanted to second the gratitude for Richard. I know I've known Richard for a couple of years now because I did bowl back over there in San Pedro a couple of years ago, and he took bowled with me, and we had a great time. He is awesome and brings incredible knowledge. You all are very blessed. I know you know this, and you are super blessed to have him as your team leader. So, amazing job. Also, I just want to say thank you to your amazing leadership team for putting this on and having me visit and for hosting Bold. So just let's keep the gratitude going. Everyone look at your leadership and say, thank you. Y'all are awesome. Did you do that? Okay, just making sure. I only saw a couple of you say thank you, so I'll just wait till you do it. There we go. We got some claps. I love it. All right. It's funny without the sounds. I don't know what's going on. I'm just assuming y'all are doing what I'm saying. So, okay, great. Well, like Richard mentioned, I'm here to talk about Bold. And before you totally turn me off, just give me a couple of minutes, and I trust that I'll be able to bring some value. We'll have some fun, and we might even be able to answer a few questions and get you excited about the greatest real estate coaching and training program that's ever been created. That's right. That's facts based on numbers, not just my biased opinion. Okay. I am a Bold coach. I've been in real estate for many years, and I'm here to testify about Bold and how amazing your coach is. So just out of curiosity, who has, by show of hands, because I can't hear you, who has heard of Bold or knows that Bold is coming? Like you've seen the marketing or whatever, you've listened to Richard talk about it. Okay, good. All right, so that's just about everybody. Who hasn't heard of Bold? Okay, so all right, who is, no matter what I say, is not going to raise their hand no matter what I say? Just real quick. We got a couple more. Got you in the back. I love it. Okay. So yeah, awesome. So one thing before I get into Bold, I just want to know I want to get to know a little bit more about my audience really quickly. So just out of curiosity, who has already decided, no matter what I say or David Jones says, who's your coach, or Richard says, or Gary Keller or Cody Gibson, no matter what we say, you're not taking Bold. You said, I'm out. Like I'm already out. Anyone already in that boat? It's okay. You could be honest. No judgment on my end. All right. So there's a couple. All right. Thank you. So those people that raised your hand, you could just leave right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Don't do that. That's totally fine. I was curious because our decisions are very important, right? We are defined by our decisions. And Gary quoted another book in his book, Shift. Who's read Shift before? Raise your hand real quickly. And the reason I love bringing this up right now is, can we all agree that we are in a shifting market? Is this market kind of funky right now or what? Right? Anyone that's been in the business any length of time knows that the industry right now, our market, is one of the toughest that I've ever seen. I've been in real estate since 2010. Okay, back when the market was supposedly in the gutter. However, this market has been one of the most challenging markets that I've ever had to work in. And that is what it is. I'm not attempting to scare anyone. What I'm saying is I could quote directly from this book, and I'll say this: the market we are in is a skills-based market. So whether you're a brand new agent or you've been doing this for a few years now, or you've been doing it since the beginning of time, like Richard, okay, you must acquire the skills necessary to have success in this market. And that's why we're here to help you with that. Okay, but back to our decisions comment before I get off topic here. On page 23 of Shift, if you don't have Shift with you, just write this down so you can go back and look at it, because it's a great quote. It's one of my favorite pages in the entire book, Shift. So just write down in your notes, page 23. But Gary quotes in The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews, he talks about our lives are fashioned by choices. First, we make choices, then our choices make us. I wholeheartedly agree with this. Let me continue. We are what we decide we will be, and we do what we decide we will do. We become our choices. You see, those of you that have already decided, no matter what happens, no matter who tells you to sign up for Bold, you've already decided that, and you are becoming that person. And that's totally fine. However, I'll challenge all of you now. What choices are you making on a regular basis? that might be holding you back from the success that you desire in your business and or your life? Let me say it a little bit different. What is one thing that you are choosing not to do that if you were doing it would drastically improve your life? Let me say it again so you can write it down. Maybe you can think about it, journal about it later. But I have found there's a couple of things regularly that I choose not to do because I prefer to stay in comfort than take the action that will lead to massive results. So what is one thing that is not be that you are choosing not to do, excuse me, that if you were doing it would drastically improve your life? That could be anything, really. As I think about my own life, sometimes for me, it's like I'm a pretty spiritual person, so scripture study. Most of the time it has nothing to do with my business, but it always impacts my business because we teach in Bold, your business grows to the extent that you do. So if you're not growing yourself, then your business probably isn't growing. It goes hand in hand, right? And the reason I wanted to start with that is because that's what Bold is about. So my past Bold graduates, by the way, raise your hand if you've done or graduated from Bold in the past, or anyone, any Bold graduate. All right, awesome. So we have a couple. What is, of course, Bold is an acronym because this is KW after all. What does Bold stand for? Yell it out real loud for me. Awesome. I heard like complete silence. So I'm assuming you said business objective, life by design, right? Is that what you heard? Okay, awesome. Business objective. So again, the first time I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Because what's the alternative to a life by design?
By default.
Life by default. That's right. So what for to create a life by design or a life by default?
Design.
Of course. So just out of curiosity, be honest now, because we all know the truth shall set us free. Who in here honestly believes they are living their life by design? Awesome. We got one person. That's why we're here today. That's why Gary wrote this class that has changed thousands of agents' lives. Because those of us that have taken Bold before have decided to get on the path towards choosing their life by design. And again, it all goes back to our choices, the choices we make every single day. Okay? Now, if I'm being completely honest, Bold, I probably get in trouble for saying this, but this isn't my Bold, so let David get mad at me later. But I'll be honest with you, okay? Because I believe in being honest. Bold isn't for most agents. And here's why. Bold is intense. It's uncomfortable. It requires you to actually do work every day. If you're just looking for motivation or something easy, this isn't for you. And if you're serious about breakthrough, about pursuing your purpose, about pursuing the best decisions to help you create a life by design and achieving your goals and your vision in real estate, and not only in real estate, in the rest of your life, then there is no greater coaching program than Bold. Now, I know I have a biased opinion about it because I'm a Bold coach. However, I'm doing this out of the gracious of my heart, right? I'm not your Bold coach this time, but I wholeheartedly believe in the person you can become when you choose to sign up for Bold with David Jones. I've personally taken Bold with David before, multiple times, in fact. Every single time I have, my business has grown. My mindset has improved. I have made more money because of that man. He currently coaches me one-on-one every single week. I get on a call with him, and he holds me accountable to the things that I have chosen I desire for my life and my family. And he can do that for you. The crazy part for you guys that's different from me is I pay him $1,000 a month for him to be my coach. Now, how much is Bold for you? That's right. So again, for me, it's a no-brainer. And if you're already closing 3, 4, 5 deals a month, then again, Bold might not be for you. However, if that is something you'd like to do or something you want to achieve or move forward with, then Bold is for you. Let me go back here really quickly to Shift one more time. By the way, our new Bold program has Shift, has MREA, has the MREA playbook in it, has principles from the one thing throughout the entire process. The only difference is you don't sit down and read the book. You listen to it from David, and then you bring it to life with peers, just like you see in your room here and other market centers, and you actually implement the principles that we teach in these books. But there's a great part about the shifting market that I wanted to mention, and how Bold can help you take your unfair share in the shifting market. Again, it's on page 23. So write that down again if you haven't already. But on the second paragraph, it says, when a shift occurs, confusion follows. Just out of curiosity, as you listen to me read this little piece of the book here, I want to know if you feel like this as well. Do you feel the same? Is there confusion in our market? Are we putting listings on the market that aren't selling? Are there buyers that can't find a home in certain areas? Is interest rates still the topic for so many people? When a shift occurs, confusion follows. Not only in the marketplace, but also in our mind and in our body. What to think and what to do becomes fuzzy because what once worked is no longer working, and you may not know why. So here's the remedy to this. Gary gives us the key. Don't let yourself panic. Keep fear at bay. When a market shifts, there is only one thing to do. Shift with it. How do we shift with it? What do we got to do? In truth, there are only 2 shifts you must make. A mental shift and an action shift. So we must shift our mindset and our actions. I don't know about you all, and if you're like me, and if your market's anything like my market, I currently sell real estate as well. I continue to do things that last year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago totally worked. And they're just not working the same that they once did. And I get upset and I get concerned and I get stressed and I don't understand why. That's literally what Gary is telling us here. So what do? How do we move forward when all of these things we've done before have created the success we want and they're not creating the same amount of success today? How do we adjust? Well, Gary says we must shift our mindset and our actions. How are you shifting your mindset and your actions? You see, that is the premise of what Bold is about. And so if you're resonating with this at all, I promise you, there is no better place for you to be than that Bold room. Because again, Bold graduates, I'm gonna put you on the spot really quickly, okay? Who knows the foundational Bold law? Anyone know the foundational Bold law? I can't tell if you're answering. Just yell out some Bold laws. You'll probably get it.
It's a loan loss.
What is it?
When you focus on expense.
I love it. That's a great one. That's one of our Bold truths. That's not the one though. The foundational Bold law is be, do, have. Write it down. Write it down. Be, do, have is our foundational Bold law. Why? Well, because the being, who you are being or becoming every day, well, that represents your mindset, doesn't it? The being of who you are. That's your mindset. And then the doing are the actions, of course. What are you doing? We'll be like Mountain Dew. Do the do. What are you doing every day? The challenge is too many agents focus only on the doing. I need to do more work. I need to do more contacts. I need to do more open houses. That's important. It's extremely important. However, how are you doing those? The how comes from your mindset, the being, who you are becoming every day. And the only class in our Keller Williams ecosystem that covers both of those things, the being and the doing, the mindset and the action that Gary refers to in his amazing book Shift, is what class do you think? Well, and so right now, if you've resonated with this shifting conversation in our market, then here's how you shift your mindset and your actions. You sign up for a coaching and conditioning class like Bold, and you shift your mindset and your actions. Therefore, marching toward that life by design that you so desire. Deal? Okay, enough of my rambling. Okay, I want to pause real quickly. I told you I was going to pitch Bold just like really quickly. If you feel like I'm pitching Bold really hard, it's because I am. I'm a professional salesperson and I believe in Bold. It's changed my life and thousands of agents that have taken Bold with me or been around me as I've participated in Bold activities. So just bear with me and allow me to pitch it, because not enough of us are ready to take Bold right now. So what I want to do really quickly for those of you that are still in the room is just open it up for questions. And I know our sound system isn't as ideal as it could be. So just do me a favor and just tell me any questions you have. Like, what questions do you have? What concerns do you have? What is holding you back from signing up or at least showing up to First Step to Bold? There's no cost to come to First Step to Bold to at least test it out. I think there's 12 of you maybe signed up for First Step to Bold. Like, what can I say or do to help you feel better about at least committing to going to First Step to Bold? And now's the chance to ask any question you have.
Any questions?
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've noticed, I mean, there's some agents that been doing this for many, many years over and over again, and they are, consistently, their income is like 500,000 to $1 million, but they still keep doing Bold. I've done Bold 11 times, going my 12th time. I hate it every time. So why do you think people hate doing the tasks that gives them the best return and make them the most money?
That's a great question, Manny. By the way, I love Manny too. I did not realize Manny was in the room. Y'all are so blessed with the people you have in your room. That's so cool. Yeah, that's a loaded question. I love it. So why are people making $500 to $1 million still signing up and taking Bold? It's a great question. What I would say, and write this down, this is the first thing that comes to my mind, is success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. In a couple of weeks, those of you that are going to Mega Camp, and if you're not going to Mega Camp, I'll tell you what I was about to say. But if you've ever been to Mega Camp, or if you go to Mega Camp in a couple of weeks in August, and you see the people on stage that are mega agents, what is one thing that almost every single one of them have in common? They are past Bold graduates. Like multiple times. Like Manny says, look at the success that Manny has created. He's done it 11 times, about to be 12 times. To me, if I see someone like Manny in the room or Richard, I want to be like them. Aren't they your mentors? If they're not, they should be. They're incredible. And they're telling you to do Bold. So success leaves clues. That's why. Because even though, like Manny said, I hate it every time, he hates the activities that, because when he is not in Bold, I know this because I know Manny and I know how it works. I know human psychology. When you're not in Bold and you don't have someone behind you, pushing you, pulling you, encouraging you, kicking you in the trousers, reminding you of the goals that you've set for yourself and the things you've said you were going to do, you don't always do those things, especially if they're uncomfortable. And that's all Bold is. We are professional mirror holders. We hold up a mirror and say, isn't this the person you desire to be? Don't you want to be or become the person your wife or your husband thinks you are? or your child thinks you are? Well, what choices must you take every single day in order to do that? And we remind you of that. And then you say, dang it. Fine, I'll do that. And then lo and behold, the success comes. I almost said a different word. That comes too when you make the right choices. The success occurs when the correct choices are made. That's why. I don't know if that answered your question, Manny. That's the best I got, though. What other question? That's a great question. Keep it going. Help me help you.
I think we're good now, right?
We're good? We're good?
Yeah.
So no
thank you,
question.
Steven.
Yeah, my pleasure. No question generally mean we bombed it or we bombed it. So that means everyone's signing up or no one's signing up. So just by show of hands, who's planning on at least going to First Step to Bold? We got, okay. Okay, great. So we still got a few hands that aren't being raised, and I don't mean to cut you off, Richard, but like, what's stopping you from going First Step to Bold? Those in front or in the back that didn't want to raise their hand. Is it just a time thing? I know it's not money because First Step is free. Like, I just want to help you. I'm not trying to hard sell you. I'm really curious.
We're all gonna drive. They're all gonna jump in my car, and I'll take you guys.
Deal. Richard's just gonna pull up.
Yes.
I love it. Well, I hope this was valuable for you today. It was so fun to be with you. I'd love to meet y'all in person. If I could make it to that bold, I would. I live a few hours away, so I'm not going to be there this time. However, I wish y'all the best. You're in amazing hands with David Jones. Go. There's no better room that you could be in the market that we're in. I wholeheartedly believe that. Take it on faith. Make the leap of faith. Thank you for having me. Richard, appreciate you, bro. Miss you, big dog.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Steven. Culver City to take it for 6 weeks. So I do encourage you guys to take it. I do really stand by it. We want to welcome our guest, Phil. He's going to talk about 1031 exchanges. How many of you guys want to know more about 1031 exchanges? Oh, for sure.
Here's a question.
Come on up.
1031 exchange.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Anybody know? When you defer capital gains into a new asset.
Really? So when you sell a property, you're going to pay taxes?
If you take out the liquidity, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, that's very good. What we're going to do is we're going to come back on a Zoom and spend time with that and tell you all the specifics that you need to know about how a 1031 exchange works. Number two, if I can tell you why people would want to sell, not everybody's going to want to sell. But for those who would, if I told you it's going to be one of these 10 reasons, would you say, I'd like to know what those 10 reasons are? You know, and how would you even find these people? Anybody know? How do you find these people who would want to sell? It's really simple. You just talk to your title company. They'll give you a farm package of the rentals. And what's a rental? It's a single family. It's a condo. It's a duplex. It's a threeplex. It's a fourplex. It's a 5 and greater. It could be commercial like this. It could be a self-storage. I have people who do commercial of all kinds. But if you're just fixing on whatever it is that you want, the title company will give you the ownership lists of those people who've owned the properties for 10 years or longer. And if you have that, you now know who your database is. And number two, you need to know what would be the reason that they may already be thinking about, but nobody's knocked on their door to help them. So I want to talk about that very quickly when we come back on a Zoom call. We'll do this probably for an hour or so in the near future. And the bottom line is, we will go over in depth what we're going to talk about now. So, okay, it is on, and it should be working. There it is.
You and I don't give legal advice. You and I don't give tax advice. We keep ourselves safe. No, I'm going to skip to number 1, loss of depreciation. I'm going to explain what all that means next time. But there's only 3 reasons why somebody would buy a rental. You know what those are? Income. They want a paycheck every month. Number 2, appreciation over time. They want the property to inflate with them as owners. And number 3, tax write-offs. This is absolutely imperative to an investor. I know, I own investment properties. So here's the deal. We'll talk more in depth of what this is, but over time, it becomes weak because rents go up and you need more tax write-offs or you pay more and more and more to the government. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But some of us would like to keep a little bit more of what the property's generating. So the government, God bless you, doesn't take 30, 40, 50% of the income. So this is a big deal, and many people are exchanging to get into bigger properties because they're paying too much income tax off the rent they collect. The second reason is, somebody mentioned a couple of, I saw on your listings, condos. A lot of people are leaving them who own rentals. Why? HOAs are killing them. The HOAs are going up astronomically. They're being targeted for their balconies right now, right? The third thing is, the government's going to put a new law into for Fannie and Freddie that says that the association has to have, 15% in reserves. Do you know many of them are not even at 10% yet? What assessments are going to happen? A lot of these people who own these condos want out and go into other investment properties. Did you know you can get a farm package from your title company just of condominiums that are absentee owners held by as investment properties? Did you know that? And did you know I can give you a marketing letter that talks about that? So maybe they just might respond because they're already thinking about it. Okay, number 3. Did you know on a normal exchange you sell first and then you buy within a certain amount of time? And we'll go over all that next time. But do you know that you can buy first and then sell your property? You can do it backwards, especially if, you know what that is? If opportunity knocks on the door and this person needs to buy that property. They can do this backward through something called a reverse exchange. Number 4. Now everybody's got to look up here. You see this? That doesn't mean I'm young anymore. And I'm telling you, for the people who've owned their properties for 20 years or longer, did you know many of them are sick and tired of being a manager, or they're tired of managing their managers that are mismanaging their properties? Did you know that's true? Did you know that they're going into different areas? One is called the triple net lease. That's like the bagel place that I went to today. Do you know most of those places are triple net? That means you own the Starbucks or the whatever that bagel place is called, Noah's. And you know what happens? They pay for the property taxes. They pay for the insurance. They pay for the maintenance. The owner doesn't. They're going to properties like this. They don't have to babysit them anymore. Or they're going into something called DSTs. A DST is when you buy a fractionalized piece of a multi-million-dollar commercial asset anywhere in the country. And your clients want out of management. They want to maintain their equity. They want a monthly income, but they don't want to single manage it anymore. People are selling because of that. I talk to these people every single day. There are people out there that want to sell these properties and go into things, and some of them don't even know that this exists. And they're looking for something like this. Next, number 5, declining cash on equity return. Do you know what that means? That means you have equity in your building, right? And for your equity, what are you getting? You're getting income and you have expenses. So the question is, what am I getting for my equity in terms of income and expenses? Did you know most of the people who own these properties out here don't know what that number is? And then they figure, well, I'll just keep it and pay it off. And then I'm going to get even a better rate of return because I have no loan. That's not true. Do you know why? Because so many properties have gone up in value over the last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, but they haven't been able to raise the rent to the same level. So that means the rate of return is going down on their rental. And they don't even know it because nobody ever showed them. And I sat down with a CPA to figure this out. And this is what he does for his clients. I'm telling you, these things will, you go to my bold program, I'm telling you, this will help you get those listings because these people haven't been educated. Next, challenging tenants. Welcome to Los Angeles County. This is like the #1 anti-owner county in the country. And the bottom line is, all the laws they keep making favor the tenants, which means it's harder to evict. It's going to cost you more in terms of over repairs, pet damage and liability, increased legal exposure, tenant protection laws, city and county restrictions, HOA fines and enforcement. They want to go into other properties, other places, where they could be more of a balancing act for rights for both tenant and landlords. All you have to do is listen to my phone when people call me and say I need to do a 1031 exchange. And they will tell you these things. You don't even have to say this. And these letters, and I have a letter for each one of these, that talk about this, that you can begin to start mailing out to these people and then follow up with them. Where are these people going? These kinds of states where there's more. Anybody remember watching The Karate Kid? Remember that movie? Yeah, wax on, wax off. Yeah, I know that one part too. But he said, balance. You must have balance. We don't have balance here. And many, many of these investors are taking their money other places, which means you get to list their property and sell it. It also means that if they want to buy and not go into one of these DSTs or whatever, triple net, you have Keller Williams all over the place. You can refer it out and get a replacement referral fee. Thank you. That make sense? Yep. Next, divorce and partnership breakups. That happens far too much here in our country. But the thing is, in terms of marriages, it's actually higher than this. In terms of partnership, what is a partnership? Anybody know what that is? So if Richard and I buy a piece of property together, is that a partnership? The answer is no. What's a partnership? Partnership is when we begin an LLC. And we're now shareholders or members of this LLC. But what if Richard and I don't want to be owners together anymore? Let's get rid of the asset. But can we go our separate ways? There are ways to do that within a 1031 exchange. These are 10 different reasons why people are going to sell. Number 9, helping their kids get into properties. Look, I'm older than most of you in here. Do you think it's easy to buy your own property these days? Can you afford it? I mean, how many of those people can afford it? Did you know these folks who've owned their properties for 15 and 20 years have kids who are in that position? And that they can do a 1031 exchange and help their child buy with them so where they can maintain a rental and the kid can have a place to live? And more people are doing that to help their children or their nephews or their nieces or their grandkids get into properties. Lastly, number 10, phase in, phase out. Anybody watch The Lion King? Remember when it first came out? Or you seen it? Simba, right? Here's the deal. There's a truth in that, and the truth is this. There's a period when investors buy and they keep refining or they sell and they do 1031 exchanges, not to pay the taxes, but to buy bigger and better properties. They want to do something called diversify. They want to expand. And when Richard gets up, that means I have to wind up down real fast. Number two, when you get older, you do the opposite because you don't care as much about the equity as you do about your cash flow and what the building is doing for you. So what I'd like to do today, to end with where I'm at, is this. I've got marketing letters, and I'd like to come back and do like a whole hour of Zoom to spend more time on this, because I just went over what I'm going to do for the board in South Bay next week. No, this week. I'm going to spend an hour on this. If you're interested in saying, look, I love real estate, but I'd like to not just work with people who own a home, because if they don't have to sell, they're probably not going to use me because they're not going to sell. But what about their rentals? They're going to buy and sell for completely different reasons. So if you'd like, you can give me a call or take a picture of the QR. I've got business cards here and the little brochures about 1031 exchanges. And if you wish, I can send you the marketing letters and you can start a marketing campaign of people who own rentals in any type of market, whether it's condos, single family, 2 to 4, 5 and above, or any commercial or industrial type of building, and you will get new listings. I'm in. I will answer your client's questions for you, which means in English, you don't have to know everything. You just surround yourself with people who do. Thanks for the time, Richard, and I hope this has been helpful. And the bottom line is there's more business to be had out there. You just got to go get it. That's all there is to it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's welcome, thank you, Phil, for that. Let's welcome Grant. Grant's going to come on up here.
You threw it.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Hello, hello.
I saw your side. It's going to be fun.
All right, cool.
I saw Grant saying yes for his
No, all good. That was good stuff. I like we could tag team, and 1031 and title, I think, go hand in hand. So. Oh yeah, nobody look.
Nobody look at the answers.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, hello everybody. Good to see you all again. Thanks for another opportunity to share some resources with you. Okay, the first thing, I have a flyer on everyone's desk. It's double-sided, so QR codes to both of these. The first, we added 2 things to our website, lunatitleteam.com, for those that don't remember how to get there. All of the resources I talk about will always be on this website. The first, we added office supplies to our website as well. So I know we had like open house supplies you can go in and order. Now we have our office supplies as well, because we have some like new desk calendars coming out that some people may have seen. These actually end in September. So if you have like a desk calendar, you're gonna need that new one from us. So you can go to our website, look for that office planning supplies card. You can place those orders for the desk calendars, or even things like, these are really nice. I'm going to pass one of these around so everyone can see. These are day at a glance planners, so you can plan out all of your appointments. I was even looking now, it has monthly expense planners as well, and trackers, even like vehicle maintenance, trackers in there. So those are really nice. So for those still go through 2026. So for anyone that doesn't have those, go on the website, order some of those, and we'll get that delivered to the office for you. Okay, the other thing too, which we'll go over today with a quiz. On our website, we try to make something to understand vesting a lot easier. Does anyone know what vesting is? Does anyone not know vesting? Okay, vesting is generally how people take title. So it might be like, John Smith, Jane Doe, but the vesting comes in whether they're taking title as things like tenants in common or joint tenants or partnerships, as you mentioned. These really do have a huge impact, specifically when you talk about things like estate planning, how property transfers after someone dies, for example. So if you go to our website now, we have this new card where, let's say you have a client, that's interested in seeing what type of title they'll take. You can click on any of these and it shows, the impacts of those. But what I wanted to do today is show, where the importance of vesting comes in is by doing a little bit of a quiz. This will show you how vesting really can change your scenario when listing a property. So, and this might be helpful too, if you go to that QR code, go to that vesting chart, it might help you walk through some of these in the future. But the question I had today for a little bit of a title quiz. So let's say that you're sitting there, a client calls you and says, hey, my sister and I owned a rental together as joint tenants. There you go, rental property. So we own it together as joint tenants. My sister passed away a few months ago and now I want to sell. But we noticed that my sister's will leaves her half of the property to her kids. How do we handle her share? So I have some multiple choice for you now, no longer just blind guessing. Okay, the question. Now that the sister has passed away, who owns her share? Is it A, her kids get her property through her will? B, the surviving sister, it passes to her automatically? Or C, no one until probate decides?
B. B. We have B's, we have C's.
James got it. B. I'll give you some buyer-seller guides as a result.
B.
It is B. Yeah, very
I
interesting.
thought it was,
Here's the answer. B.
Won't allow for that. The other owner will get it. End of story.
Even though it's not with right of survival.
Yeah, so that's the nice thing. Joint tenancy, and that's what you'll see in that vesting chart if you look at it, does come with right of survivorship.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Okay.
So as a result, it moves her share automatically to that surviving sister, overriding that will. So very important, like when you're sitting down with your buyers, that's something you fill out in the escrow instructions is how they're taking vesting. So if you're talking about, siblings, estate planning, that's something to be aware of when you're going through that with them.
Tenants in common, it would go to the kids, correct?
Yes, it would.
That's worth it.
Okay, title question number 2. This is kind of going back to your question. Does a will avoid probate? So now a client calls you again the next day, you're getting all these listings. They say, hey, our mother, Maria Reyes, held title to her home as Maria Reyes, a single woman. She passed away recently and left the house to us in her will. We're ready to sell. Can we list right now and get it sold?
No.
Multiple choice. Question. Does the will let them skip probate and sell? A, yes, the will makes them the owners right away. B, no, the will has to clear probate first. C, only if the home has no loans. B. Lee said it first. Everyone knew this one. I thought this was going to be tough. Okay. Answer B. Yeah, a will does not avoid probate. So it is the document they're going to look at in that probate process to help make that decision. But going back to that previous question, you really want to make sure those forms of vesting that your clients are taking with title, especially if they're trying to keep that, in the family, pass along after death, has that right of survivorship baked in.
And the client shouldn't do it on their own through LegalZoom. They need to go through the recommendation of the agent, which is you.
Of course. Good question and good point.
That wasn't a plug for you either. Well, it was a plug, but they also need to go through a title company, because if you do it on your own.
Yep, could lead to
They
probate.
don't have title insurance in there.
Oh, you're talking about just like a general transfer.
Like if they use LegalZoom or.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like after the fact, they took title.
Experience if they do that without using
Of course.
like yourself.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it could impact it. Like you're saying someone takes title and then they try to put it into a trust after, is what you're saying?
Or the person passes away, and so they have the trust, and they go to county, and then they
Ah.
have the title, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, like we see that a lot of times. Like people will take title as like individuals and then, maybe their parents created a trust and then the kids get the property and they think, hey, our parents had this trust, all the assets should be in there, etc. But we do see times where, those parents didn't get that property in the trust, and that could lead to like a probate situation. So good point. Anytime, your clients are going to be doing.
The property's not in the trust.
Exactly.
And we just had that, we're pursuing like a Hextad order.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a really good one to be aware of, is a Hegstead order. So those are a little bit of like a streamlined probate process. Specifically, it comes down to where maybe someone did have a trust, but they just didn't put their property into that trust. So it allows a court to say, okay, yeah, we see that, this property should have been included in the trust, so we can do a quicker probate, but still does need to be probated, but a quicker process. Awesome. Okay, those are the questions for today. And like I said, basically, yeah, the main thing to be aware of is making sure your clients are taking title with a form of vesting that has survivorship. So going back to Maureen's question, that would be like joint tenancy. You mentioned community property with right of survivorship, for example. But use this chart, check it out today. I think it's a really helpful one. If you go back here, go to our vesting chart. If you pick on any of these, it's going to walk you through like who can take this form of vesting, what happens if one of the parties dies, etc. Really helpful for you. Awesome. Well, that's it for today. I really appreciate the time.
I'm going to go over some upcoming events right after this. I would love for you guys to join me. I have 4 properties lined up to go visit. One of them is a $9 million property, so that should be very, very fun. And we'll all hop in my car, my banged up car.
Wait, what about 8/11?
That's coming up.
Okay.
The second half game plan. This is a Zoom call. Scan that QR code. It's also going to go sent out in your email, so I'm not going to wait for you to take your phone out. Live listing role play. This Thursday, 1:30 p.m., it's going to be right here in this room. I'm going to be going through my entire listing presentation here. As if nobody's in the audience, we're just going to go through the listing presentation. Don't miss it. It's going to be, hopefully,
amazing.
It's going to be amazing. I've done it at other market centers, and I've gotten really good feedback on it. And I'm not saying that my way is the only way either. There are plenty of different ways and styles of doing listing presentations. But if you want to see one of them, come by this Thursday, 1:30. Pickleball and picnic. This is next Friday. Last year, we had such a great time at Ladera Linda Park. Heather's passing around a sign-up sheet to sign up for it. We're going to make it very easy. We did a potluck last year. And what we're going to do this year, just to make it easy for you guys, we just want you to show up. So we're just asking for $15 to cover lunch. We'll provide everything. We'll bring everything for you guys.
Korean barbecue?
I will get
More than $15.
Well, if we do Korean barbecue at this park, I'll get arrested. Like, they don't allow anything. Like, believe me, we tried, actually. They don't allow anything. But it's one of the most beautiful parks that I've ever been to. It's a beautiful park. And and Yuki's going to teach everybody pickleball. I'm just kidding. He didn't volunteer that. But if you want to play pickleball, we're going to do it. Betty is not allowed to play pickleball this year.
It costs me $600.
Yes. So we're not going to let her play.
Well, make sure you warm up.
Yeah, you got to warm up and stretch. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have pickleball paddles. We'll have courts there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, guys. So make sure you sign up. $15, that's it, guys. It's cheaper than Chipotle. August 11th, RSVP required. Scan that QR code. Again, it's going to go out in your emails. But this is where Dustin is going to bring an even cooler vehicle, the van. We're going to be in there. He really shows hospitality. He has drinks, snacks. He picks out some great homes. We're going to go tour them together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And by the way, if you don't go on broker tours, I highly recommend you do. The first better part, most of my real estate career, I didn't go on broker tours and I regret it. You learn so much about the inventory. You meet other agents. You network. It's really, really valuable. I would encourage you guys to do that. So sign up for the broker tour event, limited space. Zillow preview. Bold, we already went through that. So sign up for that. We're going to have an RERM class on trust, wills, and probate. There you go. And that's going to be Thursday, August 20th at 2 p.m. Mega Camp, I'm right in the middle for some reason. But we have a few of our agents going. It's going to be a lot of fun in San Antonio. I already got my neck fan ready. There are 3-in-3 challenge. This is awesome. So far we have some agents that have qualified. All you got to do is list 3 homes or properties in the next 3 months. That was July, August, September. We're getting into our second month. Those are all the people that have already qualified to have. We're going to have a fun dinner event. And thank you guys for joining. We're going to take a quick little selfie before we get into our broker tour. All right, everybody dance in the selfie. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, guys.